Well, I tried to fast for 4 days. This is Brian from Transparency and Merit, and I did try to fast for about 4 days. I wanted to beat my record of almost 6, but I gave in. It certainly was not as the hunger pains were not as bad as that. It was close to that 6 day in 3 in the morning, but it was there. And I was just thinking of eating the whole time. And after I ordered the food, I found myself less hungry. It's funny how the mind works and how the need for food works. And I come to the realization that emotions are involuntary. And they're there to inform me. And I don't know if all of the emotions, what I can do to resist destructive behavior and unhealthy behavior. But I try. And I try to think about it as best I can and do what is right for both myself and others. But it's, not an easy guide, not an easy thing, I guess. There are people who listen to my shows, they're on Discord, and they think that I'm rather depressing and depressed, and it doesn't sound like me. I guess they're right. I'm trying to be more calm, and maybe that's just acting, and I should just speak in my normal way. By the way, I am on Facebook, Twitter, and I'm also on Minds. Minds is far less restrictive than other social media companies. It seems like people want to restrict what you think and what you say, which is rather sad. How can you get to any enlightenment and reality if you're censored? That's just my kind of 2 cents there. I wonder how we can get to true, authentic unity if we are censored. Because it is fake. And I have Political Woodstock, who we've had a good conversation with before, and she is devastated by, I guess, the acquittal. I don't know why. These things at this point I'm not surprised by anything anymore. I'm seeing things that I didn't think I would see, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm really not surprised at much of anything. And I have no control over what happens with the impeachment trial. I mean, I can make an opinion on it, but I literally have no control over that. I have no control over what other people think. and it's hard enough to change myself. I have a lot of bad and destructive habits that have gone on over the years that I need to work on. And no matter who is in office, who my leader is, these problems are going to persist. I can do nothing. And at the end of the day, I could say I can only change myself, and that's hard enough. I wanted to beat my record of 5 and 3/4 days, almost 6, and I fell short. So I can't necessarily control my actions as well as I thought. You know, on the one that I went 5 days, I thought, man, I could go a year. I was that arrogant. And now I realize that it's tougher than I thought. And I don't know how to go past that barrier. And it's given me wisdom on my ignorance. And there has been an impeachment trial. And I have, I guess, limited control on that. People are going to come in with their own beliefs, and I'm not going to change that. I do enjoy talking about it, and I will continue to talk about politics and other subjects because, again, that's what our transparency and merit is all about. I mean, you cannot get merit without transparency, and you can't have those things with censorship. You cannot get to authentic unity with censorship. We are dealing with things right now that are difficult, and a lot of the people are emotional, or there are a lot of people that are emotional. I don't know if they're the majority. I wonder if there are people, how many people out there that are willing to listen and hear what you have to say. And if they're not willing to do that, you just have to move on. Because they don't have to listen to you. And you don't have to really listen to them. For the most part, there are times when you're stuck in a place where you have to listen to the person and what they're saying. And do what they're asking, because they control, they're either your employer, or they're your parent, or they're your spouse. And in some circumstances, they hold the purse strings. And sometimes you have to fakely agree with someone who may hurt you physically. Because being honest with that person will only get you physically hurt. And again, I don't take much stock in the emotional wranglings of the politics, and I know I get emotional as well about certain things. But one of the things I want to do is have restraint. Before I talk, before I speak, before I eat, I want to develop some level of restraint in both my words and in my actions. And I would like others to perhaps, who want to join me, feel free to join me in this restraint. both in words and actions, and listen before I talk, and think before I act. I'm going to try to only eat 2 meals a day for a while, and then I'll go back onto the fasting regimen to try to reverse my type 2 diabetes. And I'd like to have other people join in with me who are also perhaps type 2 diabetic or have other health issues with regards to overeating, and see if they can overcome that. There are things that are very difficult to overcome, and it's all about trial and error. So it's always good to strive and see what you can do. And I used to believe, perhaps I still believe, a person should want love and never need it. Even though love is probably one of the greatest things you can have, mutual love is probably one of the greatest things you can have. Because what good would life be if you were given all the comforts, physical comforts in life, food, shelter, water, and no human beings were around? Would life even be worth living? So, of course, we need human beings. But I think the concept of wanting love and not needing it is a good thing. Because at the end of the day, people don't have to love you. And people don't have to agree with you. This has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe. Follow me on YouTube. I would say follow me on Facebook, but I'm rather restricted on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter at the Organization of Transparency and Merit. And follow me on Minds. I would really like to be followed on Minds. And I like to have open and honest conversations with people and see where it goes from there. And with this video, if you can like and subscribe and share this video if you think it is helpful. Thank you, and always strive to remain calm. Stoic calm. Thank you.